Good morning everybody, it's Graham again from Unearthed, and this film is based around my detecting adventure, I'm going to call it. Watch the film, enjoy it, and you'll see me again at the end of this film. It is blowing an absolute hooligan. We're out in the, is it Storm Eric? Today folks, I don't know, but it's absolutely blowing hooligan, so I do apologise for the poor sound quality, but I'm out with the Magic 13B9 for the first time. Hammered. I've only been on this field, sugar beet's been lifted, so we should have a decent day today. It was signal, and it's a battered penny, medieval penny. I don't know if you can see that properly, but there you go, that's the first decent find. Let's hope we have more to find today in this horrible, horrible wind. That's a good start, so I'm pleased with that, folks. I will post up our video, anything else when it comes up, so I'll catch you guys very soon. Hello, I'm back again, 5 minutes after finding that first one. Another one just in the same condition, really battered, hammered, but they all count, folks. Another penny, so that's two in about 5-10 minutes, so I'm happy at the moment with that. Two hammered, can't be bad. On to the next. Next up, folks, tiny little medieval buckle, but looks like the pin is still attached, so that's a nice little find. So it's been a productive couple of hours this morning already, so let's hope more will come up. I will see you guys in a bit. Next up everybody, it's a little Georgian or Victorian fob seal with some initials on the back. So a red stone in it. Well, let's see if these finds continue to come up. On to the next. Now this is an interesting find, everybody. Just had a bite to eat for my dinner and I've come back, and as you can see, that's actually a brooch. Let's have a look. It's an early one as well. That's nice. See the fixing on the back there, broken here, broken at this end. That very much looks to me to be Viking. A Saxon Viking brooch. Disc brooch. I'll have to be extremely careful with this. So I'm happy with that, folks. It's Storm Eric. He's been quite kind to us today, so we'll have to get some better images when this is cleaned up. So we're fishing where the fish are, as they say, so let's hope more comes up. I'll see you guys very soon. Back again, folks, on this very windy day, and I am picking up stuff left, right and centre. Latest artefact. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but I'm not 100% sure what it is, but that has got some age to it. I've never really seen anything like it before, so if some of you people out there have got an idea what that could be, let me know, but don't go away. Remember the Viking disc brooch? Well, I've just found another one, broken unfortunately, and I think that is another with two knobs on the top, if you can see. I might be wrong, but that certainly looks very similar to the last one, broken. So I'm hunting in the right area. Hopefully we'll have more to come. Watch this space. Well, a bit of a heart-stopping moment here, folks. My first thought was that's something special, but I'm looking at it more and more, and I think it's probably costume jewellery. It's got some weight to it. It could well be gold. There's no marks on it, I don't think. You know, it's broken off something. You can see where the break is at the bottom. Something tells me that's not old. What do you think? Costume jewellery, maybe Victorian. It's got some weight to it. It could well be gold. Could well be gold, but I don't think it's got any age to it. But what a little session this has turned out to be. If you remember my last find, and I said I don't know what it was, it's turned out to be a strap connector Viking again. So Saxon Viking were in the area. So that's just come up. I don't know what it is. I think it's costume. I think it's costume jewellery. Sorry about the wind, everybody. That Storm Eric's really starting to pee me off. Now it's blowing us all over the place. So there you go. Another slight bit of information for you guys. This has been a sugar beet field, as you can see. It's took the sugar beet off some time ago to give it a chance to settle. Big difference from doing rough plough, fluffy rough plough or whatever. The fines are coming up left, right and centre. So it's all to do with the conditions. Success, conditions, happy days. So I'll see if I can get some more information on that little fine for you. Be back soon. Well folks, it's turned out to be a brilliant session. Just winkled this. I thought it was a bit of lead, and a lot of you guys would have thought the same. However, I've turned it over and you can see some sort of design on it. It's silver, and on this reverse it's a very strange coin. You can make either a head, I don't know if that's a head looking that way. I would say that's Celtic. I would say that's some sort of Celtic unit. It's got a very, very crude. I would say it's Celtic for certain, folks. It's not a BC denarius, so the look continues. And of course, I'm on the Magic 13 for the very first time, and that well, I mean, the conditions are fantastic, so the coil's going to work. Hey, blow away, glove. Come here. But that coil is as crisp as anything on the G2 Plus. So hey, we're on for it today, and I've still got 2 or 3 hours left. Let's hope more comes up. Back again, folks. It's been quiet since I had that Celtic unit come, or stroke. Is it a BC denarii? I'm beginning to think it's a Republican, the one you just viewed earlier. But I've just had this weight, trade weight of some sort with some strange design on it. That will have some age to it. I've seen, you know, we've had the medieval ones of this shape, but usually they have like maybe 3 lions on. I think we've seen them, and fleur-de-lis, but I've never seen one with that sort of design on before. So that's an interesting piece. If you like lead bits, it's definitely a weight. Yeah, interesting piece. So more stuff coming up, folks. Let's give it some more welly and see if we can get back with some more finds. Hello again, it's Graham back. Since I posted up the last find, I think it was the weight, I've had nothing but buttons, Buttonius, Ledius and our old friend Ring Polyus. I've had all 3 of them and a few shotgun shells mixed in. However, the last 15-20 minutes I've had 3 finds. I'm going to show you these now. I'll put them there. The first one was this, it's a pendant of some sort. It's bent over, you can see the loop in the top. It has got, however, design in it, so I'm going to see if I can clean that up and potentially straighten it. It has got design in there, as you can see, folks, so there may be some age to that, so I'm quite interested in that little find. Straight after that, within 5 minutes, this little curious object. It's got 3 sides to it, bronze, quite heavy. What it is, who knows. Design on each side. That's got dots or something on it, or maybe even writing. Strange, curious little find. And of course, we don't go detecting too long without finding these beautiful little medieval studs in. It looks like a little acorn or something. Sometimes these come with king's heads on, its faces on, kings with crowns on, or these little designs, little leather studs, medieval. So they're quite nice little finds. I quite like finding these, and I seem to do quite well at finding them. But what a day it's been! What a day! We've had all sorts. I've had Celtic, Roman, bronze grots, Viking, medieval. Just had this up here. Well, God knows what it's been. It's been silvered. It's bronze with silver in the middle all the way through. As you can see, God only knows. Is it scrap? Possibly. Who knows? But I'll continue. I've still got an hour left. Let's see if we can bring something else up before we disappear. See you soon. Hello everybody, I'm back, and I hope you enjoyed that rather windy but fruitful detecting film that we made yesterday. I have to say, that particular field that we were on was, we've never been on it for a decade. That's how long it's been since we were last on there. And the simple fact of the matter is, the farmer doesn't let us on when it's flat and seeded. He only lets us on when it's stubble or rough plough. But yesterday they'd lifted the sugar beet off and left it in its state as it was, and it's ideal conditions. The field is flat, it's firm, there's no air in it, and you get and it's an ideal opportunity to pull up some potentially good finds from a good field. We've had some pretty decent finds off there years and years back, but like I said, we haven't been near it for 10 years, so it's always worth revisiting fields that have been productive in the past. Not only are you going to be using new machines, which we were using the G2 Plus machines yesterday, but also it gives you the chance to to go over decent land in good conditions. So it paid off. We found some wonderful things. What was interesting about yesterday was some very unusual coins and artifacts. Now you would have seen the two brooches, or the fragment of a brooch, like an alloy type, lead alloy type brooch, which is unusual in itself, and the disc brooch, well, both disc brooches, but of the Viking period, sadly chipped away by the plough. The modern farming methods do take the toll on these artifacts, which is a shame. But it's interesting because they don't often come up from that period. It's very rare I can go onto a field and find 2 or 3 Viking artifacts. So I was really pleased with that on a personal note. But also, the coin was extremely interesting. When I found it, it screamed Celtic to me. We have found Celtic silver coins on the fields surrounding it over the years, but when I first dug it, it was unusual. I knew it wasn't Roman. I knew it wasn't a Republican denarius. It was misshaped. It was thick, very, very thick coin, a little chunky thing it is. So my thoughts were predominantly Celtic. However, that's changed. So the coin has actually been identified as an ancient Greek coin. Now the dates are scratchy, but it's potentially the oldest coin I've ever found. At the moment, my oldest coin is around about 152 BC, which is a Republican denarius. This potentially beats it by some margin. So we're going to see if we can nail down a date for it, but it's an ancient Greek coin. I can only guess that the trade routes way back then, that the early Celts would have had that coin and lost it on there. If only coins could talk, folks. If only coins could talk, they would tell us some pretty remarkable tales, I'm sure. So yeah, lots of little bits of artifacts come up. A couple of early hammered, which were sadly broken. Gaz got a beautiful silica, Roman silver silica, and a short. Let me see, no, it wasn't a short cross. It was a long cross, voided long cross half cut. And there was bits of pendants coming up, Roman bronzes coming up, nice trade weight came up. So it was a really productive day. So I hope you enjoyed the film. You didn't hear me whinging on that one like I did a couple of weeks ago through frustration. So I do apologise for that. But I hope you enjoyed it, and we hope to be out next week again, potentially on or in the same area. So have a great weekend, folks. I'll catch you soon.